previously. We've had 50 Cent, Ja Rule, name it, Shaggy, or anybody. But when I got back years later, it changed. They wasn't playing Western music anymore.
Yeah.
The radio was playing all Nigerian music. The shows were booking all Nigerian artists. Crazy shows. That's when like D'banj, Two-Face, P Squared, and they started going crazy. Like coming to America, making $100,000 a show type. So I'm looking like, boy, I'm about to switch. Cause I'm like, this is really what I want. This is really where I'm from.
You felt the pull.
At that point, I didn't even know if I could even make African music.
Yeah, because what an interesting way to come about it. You've got this momentum going out here, even at a young age, on this side of the world, and you're like, "But my heart's over here. Can I actually break it over here?"
Yeah. So that trip, I was looking, I was like,
yeah.
But I just had to believe. You know what I'm saying? So when I came back to America, I started now experimenting more on Afro stuff. You know what I'm saying? Recording. I met Akon. This is I'm talking about, I'm like 14. You know what I'm saying? So from there I just started being more on the Afro stuff. And then I had a cousin that was doing Afro music in Nigeria. His name is MPZ. So me and him just linked up over Facebook, and I started making beats like that sounding like Afro. And it was sounding pretty good. So I'd send him the beats, he'd write to it. I'd write some stuff too for him. He records it, and then we thought we was gonna be like the artist producer duo, like about to take over the world. And then from there, I just went back again to Nigeria and full tapped in.
Didn't want to leave.
Didn't want to leave ever.
Yeah. Home. Came home.
Came home straight.
Did you feel like you had road to cover when you got back there in terms of really making a name for yourself, establishing your voice, given that you were coming back?
Yes, definitely. If you listen to my earlier records, even like way before they even dropped, I could see the transition. I could see me, you know, it kind of started off like Afro R&B-ish because I still wanted to sound a little bit westernized, you know what I'm saying? And then over time, it kind of like grew to this big cultural Yoruba speaking, then I was like, you know, got tapped in. And I felt like it was always in me, but I just needed something to bring it out.
What's interesting, because your confidence instilled even more confidence in the artistic community to be true to themselves, which then instilled more confidence in you to go even further. And now, to your point, there's no question.
But then check this. I don't want to leave the Western world out. I'd say a lot of my confidence came from like being this side. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the way, like, I remember me and my cousins, you know how I was in America, like how you had like G Unit, how you had like Cash Money. It was only like D'banj really doing it, like bringing the whole crew back. So when we was going back, we was like, yo, we fresh, we got a little paper, you know what I'm saying? We got to kind of fake it till we make it. So we went back acting like...
With the...
Yeah, we went back acting like we lit. Like,
yeah.
You know, we used to buy them chains middle of the mall.
Yeah.
$400, we was icy. Back home, it was real. So we go home, then we used to wear like, it was Supras that was going to go back home with the new J's. We'd be fresh. And I had two of my cousins, they was light skinned. And back then in Nigeria, all the girls loved the light skin thing. So I was like, yo, y'all stand here, you stand here. My older brother, Chaman, he was like the boss. He was big, you know what I'm saying? So we gave him the title, he was the boss, you know what I'm saying? And then we had other people. So like we came in like, you know what I'm saying? But then we ain't had the music.
Yeah.
But then we had the look, we had everything else. But then as everybody was doing that, I was focused.
Yeah, where's the music?
Then I was focused doing the music. And then what I do is, because I knew I couldn't be at the forefront because my family wouldn't kind of let me at the time, I'd record songs and have my cousin just sing it. Or my cousin or my other cousin just sing it.
They had you prioritizing other things.
Yeah. It's cool. So one day, one of my cousins, B Ready, came up to me and was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, you sound better than all of us. Like
powerful truth.
And
important point.
But listen, Imagine we've been
Could
recording.
have been very different.
You know what I told him? I said, we've been recording for 3 years.
Now you tell me.
And you wait till now to tell me I sound better than everybody. It was so cool. But then I was like, so what you saying? He was like, drop a record and let's see. I was like, all right, what I gotta lose? So I dropped a record, dropped it on Facebook at the time, and then it went crazy. The comments went crazy, like, yo, you sound good. Then I started having verses on their songs, and then before you knew it, I just did my own song.
You know, you mentioned Akon before, man. You gotta, cast your mind back to you being a teenager and being around Akon, and how influential and enormously important Akon's role in all of this has been, in terms of connecting the dots.
Even just back home, like, the people that really opened my eyes, I was like, yo, Akon, of course, but Akon was still, we knew he was African and he used to definitely come back home for shows. I'm talking about an artist that we saw in Nigeria grow up with us and take over the world. My first vision of that was D'banj, Oliver Twist.
Yeah, smash.
Bro.
Smash.
I remember I was just in the house with them, and then I think I had to go to Dubai with my family, and then I'm watching YouTube. I'm like, this Kanye West in the video?
Yeah.
Like, that was my first, that was one, and then before you know it, P Square got a song with Rick Ross. Like what? Two-Face got a song, multiple songs with Wyclef, with T-Pain. We like, yo, what's going on?
Anything's possible now.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
So then it became serious for me. Like, nothing else mattered again. And then we just faced it full time.
But you make a really interesting point, given what's about to occur on November the 18th. And this acronym, when given its full respect, Are We African Yet?
Yes.
Away, right?
Yeah.
AWAY. Really powerful acronym, really powerful statement. It's like, I want to ask you, given that you gave us such a beautiful retelling of the journey from kind of developing your identity through the Western filter, discovering your true purpose back home in Lagos, and now realizing that in 2023, you're asking an important question.
Are we African yet? It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're enjoying the music. Yes, we're enjoying the culture. But do you really understand? That day we're going to celebrate, definitely. We're going to celebrate, we're going to eat, we're going to dance. But I also want to also give awareness of things that, you know what I'm saying, are really going to have that really happening. I feel like the synergy of, the Western world and Africa is getting closer day by day. You know what I'm saying? And we think things like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But entertainment to me it's like how will I say it? It's like
a Trojan horse, almost.
It's like, hey,
yeah.
look at us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely can be seen as a distraction after a while, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things that's still happening back home that, people don't know. And I think that day, apart from, you know what I'm saying, music and stuff, I'd like for some people to come do some poetry. You know what I'm saying? Talk about, things that happen back home. I definitely want to raise some money that day. I raise money every year for motherless babies' homes. I've done it twice. I did it earlier this year, and I did it year before for my birthday. We raised about, I think, $500,000, and we spread it through all the motherless babies' homes in Nigeria. Food. Earlier this year, we did the same thing. And at the show, I definitely want to, just raise awareness as well. So Are We African Yet? It's not about, wearing the clothes, eating the food. We want you guys to come home, visit, come and invest. And again, it's the way it's happening. Years ago, for example, Chance the Rapper just did a festival in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? So years ago, it was the other way around, where it's like the same way we have people like we have people coming to Africa, which we love, investing, bringing their own culture over there, having festivals. It's the same way we should do the same over here. And that's why I'm having this festival that's going to be coming every year.
Yeah, in Atlanta, where you got hours on the road.
crazy. And
Years on the road.
The arena, I've been passing that arena since I was a kid.
This is powerful.
You know what I'm saying? And if across the arena there's actually a bridge, and it just always reminds me of that bridge of like back home. And then why I also want to do this is because when I go out in America, just for example, and I go out and I hear a song I'm like, this is an African song. I'm excited. I'm telling my friends like, yo, this is a young guy that's coming up. And I hit the young guy, just an example. I'm like, yo, I was in the club last night, they played your song, and he was like, no way. So those type of people I want to give opportunity to come every year, different times, to come and perform. You know what I'm saying? Because they have fans here and they don't know. Because internet, all you gotta do is just drop a song now on TikTok and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody a billion miles away, it could be their best song and you wouldn't even know.
Well, that's the gift and the rub, right? The gift is that you can reach anyone, anywhere with your music now. There's limitless boundaries, really, given the way that it's distributed and shared. But yeah, that means that it's harder to hold somebody with something unless you are investing significant resources and time into telling the story, which is what this is.
And also, another reason is I feel like we got to own our culture, too. You know what I'm saying? We can't wait for somebody to bring the idea and be like,